Hello and welcome. I wanted to talk about negativity, right? I've actually made a few videos about this and I usually just upload everything, but the idea of negativity is like so broad and trying to be structured about that is quite hard. But I know that it's something that's going to set you back in your journey. Like if you're trying to do something that not a lot of people do, if you're trying to do something that really, really interests you, something that you really think you can break out into, you're going to be faced with loads of negativity, like loads. And for a lot of people, that's going to stop the entire journey there. Boom. No more of that journey because I can't deal with that negativity. And the value that I want to add to you is not to remove the negativity. This is really impossible. Like not, stepping around things, being really careful. No chance. Really, no chance. Like I can make you improve. I can help you to get better at what it is that you're doing, and there will be less negativity because of that, right? There's going to be less negative things in your service. I can't remove it. I can't remove the way that someone views your service and also the connections that you have. I can just help them to be dealt with properly. Like maybe removing negativity in like a more micro scale. Because, being free of negativity is a weird one, really weird one, because you think to be free of negativity, to be free of like this uncomfortable feeling, you just, keep yourself away from it. Like block out the haters, like they say famously on Vine, right? You can't do that. Like, I don't know how many blocks you want to have, and then you're in this small, uncomfortable position. I think it would be better to just be like, oh, hey, cool. Wow, thanks for that negativity. Thank you for that. That's great. Like, actually, I'm not even joking. Like, that sounded really stupid. It did sound stupid. But to say thank you to negativity is really a key thing that I've done personally. When you feel like the negative feeling, like one that's like that creates adrenaline. I'm kind of seeing it like this. There's different types of negativity. Some of them are going to create loads of adrenaline in you and make you like want to fight, and then others are going to produce the flight mode. So fight and flight, and then negativity sort of is on this sort of scale most of the time. And I've dealt with the ones that are here, where it's like not making me angry. It's just making me feel like, today sucks. That's really crap. Oh, I wish I wasn't in this situation. That one really hurts a lot of the time, right? Because it's like, you almost feel weak to it. You almost feel like, because it's draining the energy from you, you feel like, great, cool. That kind of depressive, nihilistic sort of state. Like, what's the point? That kind of state. That one's really a bad one. I really want, if I could help people to get over that, I would be so happy. Like that, I would genuinely be so happy. So if you feel like that, reach out to me about something, because I've dealt with that. My story's not going to exactly relate to yours. The emotions that I feel are not going to relate to yours, but I think we can work something out 100%. So if that's something that you're feeling like, I would love to just directly message you, because that's really something that I just want to do in my life, is that. So you get these two different energies, right? I need to try and focus my points here, if I'm honest. So you get the one that sucks you, and like, it's usually from like people that are really close to you, and it's more of like a disappointment feeling, like from you, like, I'm disappointed that they don't understand my service, or I'm disappointed that they don't get it. I'm disappointed that they don't want to get it. I'm disappointed that they push themselves away from my ideas. They don't want to hear my ideas. They sort of, you can tell that they don't believe in your idea, which is just tough. Like, it just sucks, right? And the thing is, if you can add value to that, like, if you can add value to that person, then they might believe it a bit more. Like, sometimes people don't want to believe it because they're really stressed that you're sort of wasting your time. You're going to lose loads of money. You're going to end up with a success, like a failure story, and no one wants to see that. They would rather see you have a really mediocre life, which you probably don't want, right? You probably don't want a mediocre life. So it sucks. But then if they're stressed about that, if they're stressed about the fact that you maybe are not earning money, can you like help improve their stress levels in any way? Like, if someone's stressed, there's loads of ways you can help them be less stressed. You can start to tidy up around them more. You can like make their environment around them more safe and less uncomfortable for them. That's one thing that I've done, and that really helped. Cook people food, make people in this relaxed state when they like interact with you, and they're kind of like, oh, this guy can control that. Like, I don't get the idea. I don't get anything this guy's talking about when it comes to business, but I know that he's able to add value. So, maybe start with that. And then the other one, which is a whole thing that I want to go into, which is called turning a fuck you into a thank you, which is that bit that I spoke about before, the energy creating bit, where you're like, you get pumped with adrenaline because someone's like, that's a shit idea. That's a crap idea. Why are you thinking that? You're delusional. Like, I've had that said to me before, you're delusional. And it's like, well, cool, great. I know I am. Like, I am pretty delusional, and that's pretty good, because I can't live in this realm of, the standard. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm not here to have my mediocre life. So with things like that is like, understand maybe why the person thinks that about you, and then add value to them in some ways, like with a thank you. Like, a thank you is pretty nice. Thank you for this feedback. I understand why you believe this, but what's your opinion on this view that I take? And they could just be negative people, right? And they'll just keep going back and forth. But I think at that point, you can ask questions to add value. If they don't accept the value that you add, and they don't want to add any value to you, like, I kind of see it like, if you can answer the questions, like, why do you think I'm delusional? If they say, if you think the answer is like, well, because you're stupid, it's like, well, yeah, I could have guessed that one. Cheers for that. That didn't add any value. So with those people, cool, yeah. After a bit of trying, you can block them out. But everyone else, I would suggest, is like, just add value. Just go back. How can I add value? And then the journey's just going to be comfortable for you. Like, you feel safe. You don't feel like people are judging you. And I really, really want that message to get across a lot. Like, don't really worry too much about the negativity. See it as a chance to turn it around into something positive, and a chance to go deep. Like, there's something in this person, whoever it is, right, that's not comfortable to them. They're not comfortable with, your ideas, the idea of you failing. Maybe that's where it is. Or maybe they're actually uncomfortable with the idea that you might be really successful, or and that they're not. And then maybe you could say, well, maybe that's why. Maybe you should try and do something like that, and be really caring about your approach. But someone that's providing negativity is sometimes like, there's an uncomfortableness here, and it could be an uncomfortableness is like, that doesn't work for them. The idea that you're saying, it doesn't work for them, so it makes them feel a bit like, uncomfortable. Like, imagine if I was to do that. No, that doesn't work for me. And then they might translate that to you, and that might be really beneficial. Like, that does not work for me because I feel like this, like that. Like, when they put themselves inside this picture that you've created, it's like, no, I can't see myself here. And the reason I can't see myself here is because maybe it doesn't suit my age range. Maybe these are not the type of people that I interact with. Maybe I already have that service and I have someone that provides it already. Like, what is that reason? It's just about finding the reason. Use the negativity to find a reason. And I really just want to help people with that. Like, if you feel a bit down and a bit crap and like, this is not going to work, and everyone around me doesn't think it's going to work, stick to your guns for a bit. We'll talk about it. And just don't be nihilistic about it. Like, you can make it work. And if you attach more meaning to things, like attach more meaning to that negativity, you're going to realize for yourself, like, you can do a lot of things. Like, you're really strong, you're really capable, and you're really driven. right? I mean, if you've even got to this far in a video of mine, me talking, I think you probably fit that criteria. So remember that. It's really important. Add value. Find negativity as like a little seed of something deeper to go into. You don't need to push and prod and like ask too many questions, but just try and find out in a relaxed way. I think it'll be beneficial if the journey feels a bit uncomfortable for you because of the people that are around more than how it feels internally. But yeah, so I'm gonna I want to go into detail with this because I know that if you're watching this, you are probably quite new to this journey. It's not 100% comfortable to you yet. Completely fine. I just want to add some comfort in that as a little side note, and I'm going to explore deeper the sort of fight and flight areas because you might have more negativity coming from the really horrible negativity, like the energy. I wouldn't say they're more horrible than each other actually, but the one that creates energy, you might have more of that. So there might be something I can provide you there, and then the one that sucks energy, we can talk about that as well. I just really want, the best. So peace out.